Before we sink our hands into the still beating heart of today's question, whether men respect the women who chase them, let me take care of what keeps this entire empire running. Coaching is on sale. The new year arrives like a drunken god swinging a sledgehammer at everyone's relationships, and suddenly, half the planet is looking for answers. So yes, the link is pinned in the comments. The link is in the description. And if you need more than a YouTube video to stop repeating your patterns, that's where you'll find me. Now, let me give you the hook sharp enough to cut the softest parts of your ego. Here it is. A woman chasing a man is like a queen climbing down from her throne and asking her subjects whether they think she's pretty. Even if they say yes, she is already lost. Men don't respect what throws itself at them. They never have. And the modern world, with all its illusions of equality and empowerment, still hasn't evolved past that simple truth. Today's topic isn't delicate. It isn't pretty. It isn't meant to soothe anyone's feelings. It's a blade dragged across the fabric of modern dating to expose what lies underneath. Instinct. Raw, reptilian instinct. The question is, do men respect women who chase them? And the answer, delivered without moral sugarcoating, is no. Not in the way women wish. Not in the way that translates into commitment or reverence or long-term investment. A man might enjoy the chase in the way a man enjoys finding a $20 bill on the sidewalk. Pleasant, convenient, unexpected. But does he respect it? Respect requires effort. Effort requires uncertainty. And chasing him eliminates both. Let me be honest in a way most people fear. Men are simple in their primitiveness. They desire what challenges them. They admire what resists them. And they worship what they cannot fully possess. This isn't cynicism. It's observable human behavior. Men are wired to hunt, not because society trained them to, but because biology programmed them to. And before the moral crusaders begin clutching their pearls, don't bother. I don't know if this message will offend, and I don't care to know. Let's break open the psychology behind this. Not philosophy. Not feel-good TikTok wisdom. Psychology. A 2013 study published in the Journal of Social Psychology found that people tend to assign much higher value to individuals perceived as selective or difficult to obtain. In fact, subjects consistently rated harder to get partners as more intelligent, more desirable, and more worthy of long-term investment, even when their actual traits were identical to the easy-to-get group. That's how powerful the illusion of scarcity is. It fabricates value out of thin air. Now look at what happens when a woman chases a man. She annihilates her own scarcity. She reveals her hand before he has even looked at his cards. She leaks desire. She leaks availability. And when desire leaks, power drains. Men don't respect emotional generosity that hasn't been earned. They interpret it as low standards. And people do not respect what has low standards. Let me say something provocative enough to make you shift in your seat. Women who chase men are not being bold. They're being vulnerable in a way that costs them power. They believe they're demonstrating confidence, and perhaps they are. But confidence means nothing when it is directed at the wrong target. A lion does not respect the gazelle that walks toward it. It respects the one that makes it run. And the truth is, many men secretly resent being chased. They feel flattered, yes. Their ego inflates, yes. But they also feel suspicious, confused, even insulted. Because deep down, the primitive part of their brain whispers, if I didn't earn her, something is wrong with her selection process. The only thing worse than being undesirable is being desired by someone who can't see your flaws. Women who know this rule, women who understand power, never chase. They lure. They provoke. They inspire pursuit through silence, not noise. They create an atmosphere where the man comes toward them by his own choice. These women are dangerous. These women are rare. These women play the game with the cruelty and elegance of a black panther watching prey wander closer. I always give props to these women. They remind me of older times, when subtlety was still considered a weapon. But let me shift into something more personal, because the irony is too rich not to acknowledge. I never expected to be here, talking about relationships, coaching women, analyzing the power dynamics between men and women. Because once upon a time, my life was on the opposite end of the moral spectrum. I was a pimp. My existence revolved around understanding desire, power, control, leverage. I mastered the game not because I wanted to, but because survival demanded it. And now, I'm coaching women on the very strategies I once used against them. Life doesn't just have a sense of humor. It has a twisted, theatrical one. I find myself pleasantly surprised every day. Coaching women. Women. If you told my younger self this is where I'd end up, he would have laughed so hard he'd choke on his cigarette. But the truth is, women crave understanding, not flattery. They want to know what men want, what men fear, what men hide. And I've lived long enough inside the shadows to tell them. And this topic, whether men respect women who chase them, is one of those truths women must understand if they want power rather than disappointment. Men respect effort when they are the ones doing it. They respect emotional investment when it has been wrestled out of them. They respect intimacy that isn't handed to them like a participation trophy. When a woman chases, she removes the very conditions that create respect. She removes the uncertainty. She removes the battle. She removes the mystery. And what she replaces it with is comfort. Comfort is the enemy of respect. Here's the secret. Women don't like to admit. They don't respect men who chase them too eagerly either. They call those men needy, desperate, clingy, obsessive. They ghost them. They block them. They dismiss them. The same dynamic applies in reverse, yet women are shocked when they experience it from men. Attraction is a power imbalance. Someone is always leaning forward more. The women who maintain respect are the ones who master pacing. They know how to show interest without giving everything. They know how to pull back strategically. They know how to keep a man guessing, not confused, but craving. That's the line between manipulation and mastery. Now, will this offend some people? Maybe. Do I care? Not in the slightest. Human nature is indifferent to your feelings, and I simply report what human nature already knows. Before we wrap up, let me circle back to the coaching link pinned in the comments. People are unraveling emotionally this time of year. If you need help regaining your power, or simply understanding why your love life resembles a recurring nightmare, that's where you'll find the solution. If you like this breakdown, subscribe. Don't make me chase you for it. And tell me in the comments, do you think men respect women who chase them? Or is chasing the first step toward handing over all your power?